Hello and welcome to Uncensored Conservatism. This is episode 327, and we're going to take a look back at the week of Trump 2.0 here. And this is day 195 of Trump 2.0, which brings us to the over the 13% mark of the second Trump administration, and you guess what this is going to be about. So the biggest news of the week are those infamous ads for American Eagle jeans featuring an actress named Sydney Sweeney. So why the uproar? Well, according to the more leftist news sites out there, which is like most of them, putting a pretty white girl in a jeans commercial is just a Nazi dog whistle. I mean, quite frankly, she looks nothing like Adolf Hitler. And this is an actual headline from MSNBC, a cultural shift toward whiteness. Seriously, you can't make this crap up. Cultural shift toward whiteness over a jeans commercial. And personally, I think whoever came up with this ad, they're a freaking genius. I mean, their stock went up. I imagine their sales will go up. And they have the country talking about something, American Eagle, that most people believe didn't even exist anymore. That's genius. Maybe Bud Light should have thought about that, using a pretty white girl instead of a Dylan Mulvaney, who, well, at least they were white. But see how this works? And this is typical liberals, though. Sydney Sweeney has good genes will go down as one of the greatest taglines in advertising history. Just mark my words. And by the way, sex still sells, as well as a nice rack on a nice looking actress. Because here's the thing. If you put a black chick or even an ugly fat white chick in that ad with the exact same wording, there wouldn't be a peep about it. In fact, it'd probably be called heroic. And, hate to keep ragging on Dylan Mulvaney, but that's just one butt ugly man who makes an even more ugly female. And you would think that some of this hating on Sweeney is because she's a good-looking white woman. Most liberal white women aren't. They're not good-looking. It's simple jealousy, but a little bit less pink hair, get rid of the septum piercing, lose some weight, and get rid of some tattoos, cover them up or something, and who knows, a liberal might look half decent. And speaking of hot women, white models out there, quite frankly, I'm getting a little tired of advertisers telling me that fat black women are good dancers or that they wear jeans well. No, they don't. No. Come on. What would you rather say? The one on the left or the one on the right in jeans? Come on. And when the hell did Jake from State Farm turn black? So I guess you could just add good-looking young white female actresses or models to the list of things Democrats and liberals hate. You gotta love the Babylon Bee for their satire. Surprisingly, American Eagle did address the leftist backlash and basically told the leftists to go fuck off, so great for them. It's surprising that this hasn't actually happened yet, but give it time. Again, it's jealousy, folks. If you're a liberal woman who sees Nazism or eugenics in these ads, chances are you wish you looked like Sydney Sweeney. Now, it has led to some great memes, starting with this one of Donald Trump. And, this seems about right. Yeah, that's that Zelensky guy from Ukraine. And even Gumby is getting in on the act. Incidentally, the jeans Sydney Sweeney is advertising look like mom jeans, like something Barack Obama would wear to throw out the first pitch at a baseball game. Okay, this next one, this one's just not right. That's not right. But this one is right. Which brings me to the second big story of the week, the document dumped by Tulsi Gabbard that implicates Hillary Clinton's dirty little fingerprints all over that Russian collusion hoax, folks. It seems the attempt to link Trump to, let me get that all in there, and it did. It was grandma. The attempt to link Trump to Russia in 2016 was all Hillary's idea, and a complicit FBI and CIA went along. Even Barry Obama didn't like the fact intelligence showed no link, so he ordered a new finding, and just like that, poof, magic, a link was found and amplified. And it was all to deflect from the FBI investigation into Hillary deleting emails on her private server while she was Secretary of State. There she is. But we conservatives, we were just all conspiracy theorists. Then there was that shooting in the office building in New York City where CNN reported that the shooter was believed to be a white male because, only white males shoot up office buildings in New York City. And it's typical of the liberal media. Run with the narrative before all the facts are in. And people realize this and make up great memes like this, while the mainstream media sits back and wonders why nobody trusts them anymore. But then again, when you have white senators claiming to be Native Americans or Durka Lurka Indians claiming to be black, like that Ma'am Danny dude, or even dudes claiming to be female, what's the media to think? 7 women go on a rocket ride for 10 minutes and they're astronauts, but an obviously not white man is a white male. And just like that, poof, story goes away. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. So, Kamala announced she will not run for governor of California in 2026, which is good news for California, I guess. I don't know. The bad news is she's releasing a book which should be interesting reading on how you can blow through $2 billion in 107 days. Now, she'll likely run again in 2028 again. A Democrat poll puts her ahead of people like Newsom and Mayor Pete. But for now, she's running to the liquor cabinet. And already there is Russian meddling in an election over 3 years from now. Now, the so-called genocide continues in Gaza as the UN reports that 1/3 of the terrorists there go at least 2 days without food. All that is except the terrorist leadership, as this guy's stomach proves. And I gotta say, Muslims are a weird lot. Look at all the attention Jeffrey Epstein gets and he's dead, because he got massages from naked or semi-naked teenage girls. And, by the way, I heard he had a deformed wiener. Anyway, here you have a whole culture and religion doing the same frickin' thing. And feminists are all up in arms about, Epstein and toxic masculinity and the patriarchy and all that, but, well, not Epstein. He was a pervert, but they'll put on their Kievs and march in solidarity with Arab terrorists. It really makes no sense. Now, apparently there is genocide going on in Syria against Druze Christians, and Greta Thunberg is sailing there. Nope, wait a minute. She doesn't have any Druze clothing. Doesn't know how they dress. Seems the economy is doing well despite the doomsday predictions by the Democrats. Preliminary GDP reports show the economy growing at a clip better than expected. This surely has all the Democrats in a snit. I mean, after all, you mean what? Capitalism works? How dare those Republicans embrace capitalism? Don't they know this is 2025? Socialism is in. It's gotten so bad that Stephen Colbert has become a Nazi now. But thankfully, Big Bird has found a new job since the government cut funding for PBS. And here's Big Bird working on Gavin Newsom's avocado plantation in California. And if you look kind of closely in the background here somewhere, you're going to find an illegal immigrant child laborer. The House is in recess right now, so Hakeem Jeffries will not be trying one of those racist filibusters until September, and that's some pretty good news. And it's good to know that China is doing their part to lower greenhouse gases. Yeah. Thank God Trump won in 2024. And then the Democrats can't believe their approval rating is somewhere in the dumpster. I can't see them going any lower. Maybe they should hire Sydney Sweeney in an ad to campaign for the party. Who knows? Then again, pretty white girl. Nope, not their idea of normal. And finally, you know what is normal? And it's not Sydney Sweeney, but it's this young lady with a gun. Uh, you know what? Sydney Sweeney with a gun, that would cause liberal heads to literally explode. But I gotta tell you, this is one fine looking conservative young lady. And that's your Second Amendment news for the day and the week. And that's it. Have a great day and a more pleasant tomorrow.